NC Isis from Starrvybz Entertainment, and today I'm going to be talking to the man who's actually referred to as the Jamaican Stevie Wonder, Frankie Paul. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
I'm good.
Good,
I'm
good.
blessed.
Good. Have you had a busy day today?
Well, just resting up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's give it a bit of history. So, how did your career start off? What persuaded
My
you to
career
get into-
started when I was a small kid. Growing up downtown Kingston, going to the Salvation Army School for the Blind, performing on school pantomimes and school shows. And actually, while I was in school, I usually performed with this band called the Mighty Tides. It was all policemen, soldiermen, security guard, and I was the only schooler in that band. We went all over Jamaica, Ocho Rios, Portland, Westmoreland, Montego Bay, performing live in the hotels. And that was a wonderful time for me. Yeah.
So, tell us about at school. You actually got to perform for Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
Yeah. How was that? How did you?
Ah, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
I always dream of meeting him, and then finally, the school manager said one day, we have a special guest coming tomorrow. So I was saying to myself, I wonder who that man. Everybody's saying to themselves, who? Who? And then tomorrow came. We were in the classroom, and then we heard the bell ring, ring. Everybody rushed to the assembly hall. We sat down, and the stage was decorated and set beautifully decorated. And some keyboards was on stage and microphones, and I'm saying to myself, who is this coming into our school to perform now? When we finally sat down and got ready to listen, the principal said, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Salvation Army School for the Blind. Steve Land Morris. I jumped and said, hey! Yes! Yes! And Stevie came, he sang first, and he spoke to us, then he said if anyone would like to join him on stage to sing. I was there sitting down, everybody was saying, go on up, man, go on up, man, go on up and sing with the man. He said, no, I'm not going, I'm scared. And one of my teachers came and said, Paul, remember, you weren't scared when you sang on stage last night. I said, oh, Miss James, come on, man, I ain't going up there. And she took me up from out of the seat and brought me up there. And we sang together. And he heard, Stevie Wonder heard my voice, and he said, oh, such a beautiful voice you have at such a young age, like myself when I was young. And he encouraged me to keep it up and be strong. And there I was, from then till now, keeping it up and being strong.
So when you look back now, are you glad that you got up on that stage?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good memory for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also, apart from the singing, you play instruments as well. You did learn to play instruments.
I play all the instruments.
All the instruments?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. If you had to pick one of your favorite, which one do you pick?
The drum is my favorite.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wicked. Which one did you find that you had to take a lot of time to master a bit?
Well, you see, growing up I learned by ear, and I learned
Yeah.
to play by ear, so none of them gave me a hard time.
That's good to know. That's good to know. So, in terms of being an artist and singer, so say for example, if you were to create a song, would you go into the studio and then would the ideas be flowing, or would you be like...
From I hear
ideas in
the
your head?
rhythm, from I hear the beat,
Mhm.
ideas flow and the melody flow, so I go along with what I get.
Yeah. So whatever it
Sometimes I
feels-
get 3 songs or 4 songs on the same rhythm.
Mhm.
Sometimes 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, performing live as well, do you ever get nervous?
I've never seen that time yet.
Yeah. That's good. That's good to know.
I've never seen that time.
So, do you enjoy performing live?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a crowd, especially the crowd must help a lot as well.
Performing live is like going on an adventure.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it puts more energy into you and more vibes, you know what I'm saying?
So, even though you would say like there's some people again in your situation with visual impairment and that, what advice would you give them to pursue something and their ambitions as well?
Well, if they're visual impaired or totally blind and in music or in any other entertainment field, I advise them to just do the right thing, stay on the right side, and be good. Don't worship the devil. Just keep praying to God and ask for blessing momentarily and ask for what you need, and God will provide it. And be strong.
Yeah. So is that something that you still live by even today for yourself?
Yes.
Yeah?
Always, every day.
Now, coming back to one of your biggest hits, Worries in the Dance. Tell us how that song came about.
Well, I was living in Payne Avenue at the time, in Kingston, Jamaica. And I used to have this sound system that I play. I used to take it from my friend, bring it down to my yard and string it up and play it. So we used to, it's like a 6-story building. We used to go up on top of the building and we called up there Moonlight City because we used to look all over Portmore and see all the lights on the hills, see the lights, halfway tree, see the lights, so we called it Moonlight City.
Okay.
So then we was up there one night and we were freestyling. So a lot of lyrics came to the head and I was imagining a dance with a lot of the different passes, the statement, Passy, the Spenders, Passy, yeah, all of the crews there. And the bar ran out of drinks about 5 times. We were just picturing it and saying, you know what I'm saying? So I said to myself, why don't I call it Worries in the Dance? And my virgin named Larry D said, yeah man, I see him where it go.
Yeah.
And so I was actually scared of Henry John Laws, yeah, which is Volcano label with the sound also. So I went to Channel 1, I saw him there, and I said to myself, I'm not going into the studio because Jonjo is there. So my friend said, we are afraid of Jonjo for. My youth, come in the studio, man. I went into the studio, I went around the piano, I started playing, and John just stand right at the door and heard me singing and playing. And he asked Linval Thompson, how are you doing? And Linval said, well, you ask your little youth, what about the place, but him bad no yards. And John just said, yo, tell him tomorrow record him, tomorrow at RJ studio. And Linval came to me and said, the big man will record it tomorrow, you know. So which big man? Linval said, stop my guy, that man, John man, the man where just silicone. I said, alright. What time? And he told me the time. I should be at Harwich at 12 o'clock, midday. I went home. I was saying to my friends, one day we should have go to sir. They said, go on man, I feel like you're living on, John don't live right over there, so yeah, afraid for. So the next day came, me and my younger brother, Andrew, went to Harry J studio. And John came and he said, you ready? I said, yeah man. So he put on some rhythms. I said, that one. Put on that rhythm. I put Words in the Dance on it. Then when I finished Words in the Dance, he played another rhythm. I said, yeah man, that one there. I put on Kushum Pain. And then he played another one. I said, I like that one, man. I put on The Prophet Rise Again. And then he put on a couple more. I did Hot Number, Them Attack Boat, a whole bunch of music. That day I did about 8 songs.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the following day I finished up the album.
Wow.
But back in them times there was no $100. It was all $20 and $50 bills. So when Jonjo paid me, it was a big brown paper bag. Big like this. So I had to put it on my shirt when I was going home because I don't want no one to see it and take it away.
Because you worked hard for that, yeah.
Yeah. So my brother said, you know, if you hide it, man, me there, man. He said, I'm just stopping eyes, man, me hide it. We went home, and I told my friends, yo, record with John Joe. Record words in dance, kushung playing, and some more tune. So everybody was glad. They said, yo, we are listening out on the radio for tune them. Next day we went back to the studio, finished up the album. I took 2 days to do one album.
That is quick. Yeah. So that's what you mean by when you hear the rhythm, you know exactly what you want it to sound like. That's amazing. So, is there any time since in your career where you listen back to songs and you wish you did it a bit differently, or not?
Yeah, sometimes.
You do, yeah?
Yeah.
Would you say a bit perfectionist in that sense?
Sometimes I say to myself, I should have put this in it.
Yeah.
I should have taken out that and put this. I should have sing it this way.
Yeah.
But it done record already, so.
Yeah. It's like move it to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your plans for the rest of the year?
Rest of the year, I'm working.
Yeah.
Performing.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
And your career, it takes you all around the world.
All over
Is
the
that
world.
something that you love about being
I
a
love
singer
it.
as well, yeah?
Yes. Because I get to meet different people.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I've said to one of my friends, I have 25 million friends in this world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of going everywhere, meeting all kinds of people, different people from here and there, and most of them became my friends, you know what I'm saying?
So all the places that you visited around the world, if you were to pick a few that you remember the most and that were the most welcoming to you, which one did you pick?
I would pick here, Japan, and Africa.
Wow.
Yeah.
So being an artist as well, to know that from where you started off, to hear people maybe singing along to your songs or mentioning certain songs, how does it make you feel?
Well, it doesn't make me feel no, it's just normal.
Well, that's good.
Because I don't like to hype and get excited. I just like to take it easy and
just go with the flow,
Yeah.
basically. That's good. If there were some artists that you could collaborate with, who would you like to work with?
well, there's only a few left.
Yeah.
Luciano, Romain Virgo, Stevie Wonder. Just a few.
Just a few, yeah?
Yeah.
Through the lap already.
Yeah, because even like when me and my sister, we listen to your music and that, from your voice and all your songs, it's so clear.
Yeah.
And so such a lovely sound. So do you find that you've mastered your voice and how far your range can go, or did that just come naturally?
As I said before, natural.
Natural.
Yes.
Yeah.
Comes naturally. And I think I have perfect pitch.
That's good. So do you find that now that when you go into the studio, you are confident and know exactly what you want when you go in the studio and how you want it to sound, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about a song that you did when you were only 15 years old. Was it African Princess?
Yeah.
Wow, so tell us about how that song came about, African Princess.
Okay, I got a letter in my school from Nigeria, from, they used to call them pen pals or something like that. And the person said they heard my songs, because I was going to school recording, and the music has been sent all over. So they said they heard my songs, and they wish I could come to Nigeria. So I said to myself, oh, Africa. I used to watch Kunta Kinte and Roots from Gambia, and I was picturing Africa in my head. And then I was picturing the ladies, the Chefes and the Jigens. Yeah, and I said to myself, let me do a song about African girl. So I did that song, African Princess.
So when you look back over your career now, apart from one of the fondest memories you have about Stevie Wonder, what is another great memory that you have?
Well, there's a lot of great memories that I had, which I can't name all of them, but there are a lot of great memories.
Yeah.
Meeting David Rodigan, going to Japan the first time, going in the studio the first time, going on a big stage show the first time with 85,000 people. That was a joy to me. I really enjoyed making the first big money in a recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Frankie Paul, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Lovely to meet you as well.
My pleasure.